Hey friends, and welcome back to my art studio. So today we're going to be doing Create This Book. I'm super excited. If you're wondering what all these sticky notes are, it's just like if I get an idea, something sparks an idea for a page, I sticky note it in so that I don't forget. So today we're just going to be doing a couple pages in this and I'm super excited. So let's get started. Alright, so the first page I think I want to do is pages 98 and 99. Also, this is Create This Book 2. I literally always say Create This Book and never say Create This Book 2. This is the second one, not the first one. I don't have the first one. Anyways, so pages 98 and 99 in Create This Book 2. It says create inventory, and then it has like something old, something new, something ugly, cute, handmade, gifted, broken, and thrifted. So, and then it has like a blank page next to it. So I had an idea that maybe we could find things around my art studio, like supplies, like an old supplies, a new supplies, ugly, cute, handmade, like all the things, and then find the supplies for all of it, and then create an image only using those supplies. So that was the idea behind it. So I guess let's start looking for something old. Okay, so for old, I found these old sketchbooks, and they have old artwork in them. And I think it would be funny if we maybe like found a piece of artwork in one of these and just cut it out and used it somehow maybe. So I think that's what we're going to use for old. What's next? Something new. What is the last supplies I bought? I bought some paint and some washi tape the other day. Like literally 2 days ago I bought paint and washi tape. I don't remember what paint colors I bought though. I guess the more full ones, because I kind of just like got a lot of colors, so I could just use my paint. I was running out of a lot, so yeah, let's just use paint, and then we have like a good base. Something ugly. Something ugly. Okay, so for ugly, I'm gonna use this yarn. I think that the colors, all these colors together just scream, I don't know. I just feel like they don't work well together, so I kind of feel like it's ugly. So I'm going to use this. This is what I'm using for ugly. Something cute. Okay, I have cute. Okay, so I have two options for cute. I have these washi tapes that I think are cute, and then I also have a lot of scrapbook paper that I think is cute. So I think I'm just going to put this here and decide later when we see what all we have, and then I can decide between either using the washi tape or the scrapbook paper. Something handmade. So I actually handmade all of this paper in my print class in college, and I still have a lot of it left over. So I have like some green and some orange and purple and some funky kind, and then just white. So we'll use this somehow as well, I guess. So that's handmade. Gifted. My mother-in-law literally just bought me these. I haven't even opened them. So gifted, this is new and gifted. Okay, that's good because we have paint for new, and then we have paint brushes to use. So that's good. Okay, so for broken, I don't know if this counts, but I have these washi tapes that are out, and so they're not like sticky anymore. They're like completely out. Does that count as broken? Or my other option is this white gel pen doesn't show up on anything. I bought it excited to use it for like highlights and stuff, and it doesn't work. So I guess that could work. So one of these things. And then thrifted. What is a art supplies that I thrifted? You know what? I actually found that scrapbook paper, a pack of it, at the thrift store. So I used the washi tape for the cute category and the scrapbook paper for the thrifted category. And then I think that's it. Alright, so I think the first thing we need to do is look through these sketchbooks and just figure out what image we're going to use.
This sketchbook is really old, like early high school, late middle school. I've had it forever, and that's why it's unorganized and there's just random images in it.
Okay, the only image that I saw that I liked in this one was this one, so let's look through this and just see what else we can find.
A lot of unfinished artwork.
Okay, so I've decided to use this and not this. Maybe this will be something interesting for another day.
So I decided that I wanted the handmade paper that I made to be the background. So I was trying to decide which color would be best to just be the background of the image. I was trying to decide between this one and this one. And I kept going back and forth and I decided on the green one. So then I cut it out and glued it in. So I sketched out my image using the gel pen. My idea for this image was to use color blocking. Since I had so much paper and tape, I thought that color blocking would be the best for this image. I've never actually tried color blocking, but I've seen other people do it, so I wanted to try it. I started out with the ice cream paper. I thought it was super cute and I didn't want to not use it. I've never used it for anything, so I tried to shape it exactly so that you could see a piece of the ice cream on the bird's head, and then I used the orange peel paper to do like a little spot on it. Then I used the paint to do the eyeball. I ended up just using black and white paint since the paper and stuff was so colorful. I just used the black paint, but I did end up using the brushes and stuff, so I didn't break the rules, I promise. And then this paper that I found out in my sketchbook, I just cut a piece to do the beaks. And then back to the like grapefruit paper, I started on the little bird's head. Color blocking isn't hard necessarily, but since I didn't have like an X-Acto knife, I kind of had to just keep cutting it with my scissors and reshaping it. It wasn't like too annoying or too bad. I think it would definitely be easier with an X-Acto knife though. I just copied the beak and the eyes from the big bird. Big bird. Then I used this Superman paper. I've never used this. It just came in the pack. I never had a reason to use something like this. So I thought, you know, while we're doing this and we're trying to use all the paper, I thought that it could just be the base of the bird and hopefully it wouldn't look too cheesy or bad. But I put so much cute paper like the polka dots and that tape. That was the washi tape on the bird's tail. That I think that it just doesn't look bad. The Superman paper doesn't look out of place. I like it. I tried to use the same paper on both birds, just in different spots. So both birds have every single like piece of tape and same pattern of paper. I just put them in different spots. And then I also used the paint on the feet. Okay, and then it was yarn time. This kind of stressed me out. I didn't know exactly how to glue this down. In retrospect, maybe I could have used hot glue, but I kind of went the Mod Podge route and just soaked the yarn in the Mod Podge and shaped it on the page. I thought this would be best because I don't see this going anywhere. Like the entire piece of yarn is soaked, so all of it gets really hard and sticks to the paper. It just seemed like best case scenario. It did take forever to dry, but I felt like it was the best way to secure it on the page. And then I used that sketchbook paper to do the bottom of the flower and the stem. And then just to tie it all together and make sure I use all the supplies, I took my white gel pen and did some little highlights. And this is how it turned out. I'd love to know what you think. It was really fun and I really liked it. The next page that we're going to be doing is Create Negativity. If you don't know, I always put the number of the pages I do in the description in case anyone else wants to do those pages. I wanted to use my markers for this page, so I went ahead and cut out my marker paper and sketched out my image. So the idea for Create Negativity was Disney villains. I sketched out this Disney villain collage and I hand drew all of these this time instead of doing the transfer paper, and it was really stressful and hard, but I really wanted to just like push myself and try to do it without like the help of a transfer. And I think that a lot of them turned out okay, and then some of them not so much, but you'll see that soon. So I sketched everything off camera just because it took so long for me to get the proportions right and stuff. It wasn't like transferring where it was just quick and fast. I had a lot of erasing and rearranging and readjusting to do, so I decided to just do the black work and outlining on camera. So yeah, I guess you're getting a sneak peek of all of the characters I decided to do. I tried to get the majority of all Disney villains on here, but I definitely couldn't fit everybody. I did my best though. So the first one that we're coloring is Mrs. Mim, the marvelous Mrs. Mim from Sorcerer in the Stone. I love Sorcerer in the Stone. I feel like no one like talks about it or anything. It's like underrated in my opinion. It's great. She's a witch. There's warlocks and like wizards, and it's amazing. You should watch it. The next one that I did was Scar. I think that he is one of the most evil ones. He betrays his family and kills his own brother. Like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I definitely think that he's one of the most evil ones. The next one is Jafar. Has anyone seen the new live action Aladdin movie? Because I really liked it, and I feel like no one else liked it as much as me. But I really enjoyed it. Jafar's face is a little funky, but that's okay. The next is the Evil Queen. She also looks a little funky, but I think you can tell who she is. Captain Hook. Peter Pan was a big thing in my childhood. I've probably seen the movie like a million times, so I couldn't do this page without adding Captain Hook. The Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. I feel like she was one of the easier ones to draw. Her facial features and proportions weren't that hard. Ursula's face was stressing me out. I still don't think I got it right. I still think she looks a little off, but this was the best I could do freehanded. Hades' outline and sketch looked really good, but after I colored him, everything went downhill from there. I couldn't color match very well for him, and so it just looks bad. I think he looks the worst on the whole page. Next is Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. She's one of the most fun and funny villains. And then the voodoo guy from Princess and the Frog. I'm now drawing a blank on his name, but he's the voodoo guy. And I think that I drew him one of the best. Like, I think that he looks really on point. And then Mother Gothel. She's one of my favorite villains. I don't know about you, but I would tie her with Scar in the top first place of the most evil. I think she is most evil. She's like gaslights Rapunzel the whole movie, and it breaks my heart. So, yeah. Cruella de Vil also is one of the ones that I feel like I sketched out the best. I think that her proportions are perfect. The coloring was easy to match. Like, everything like looks really good for her. I think she's my favorite. And then Maleficent, which the color matching for that green wasn't very good, so she does look a little off. And then last but not least, Gaston, which is probably the lesser of the evils. And this is how the page turned out. They definitely don't look perfect, but again, I did like hand draw these, so some of them look okay and some of them look pretty bad. I think Hades looks the worst and Cruella looks the best. I'd love to know what your favorite villain is in the comments, or who you think is the most evil.
Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I'm really happy with how some of these pages turned out, so I'd love to know which one is your favorite down in the comments. If there's like a certain page that you want to see my spin on, comment the page number down below. Just remember that it's Create This Book 2, not the first one. And yeah, that's going to be it. Make sure you subscribe because I post videos every single week and I wouldn't want you to miss it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!